It's 13 days to the 2024 presidential and parliamentary elections. Hello and welcome to the JoyNews Prime with me, Winston Taki. Now to our headlines. A Kumasi Senior High technical student developed solar-powered dialysis machine with the potential to significantly reduce the cost of dialysis treatment.
Solar-powered homemade dialysis machine. When a person's kidney gets injured or diseased from an accident or maybe from a disease, then the nephrologist will opt for a dialysis treatment to get those waste substances out of the body.
Also, Kumasi Metropolitan Assembly records a reduction in road fatalities by 37%.
84 fatalities, road traffic fatalities. 61% were pedestrians. In fact, in Kumasi, pedestrians are they have the highest proportion in terms of fatality.
Ghana Police Service engages churches in Accra, assuring the Christian community of peaceful elections ahead of the December polls.
I want to urge you to give us information on the criminals in your community so that we can deal with them decisively, so that you can continue to enjoy the peace that you are enjoying.
This is JoyNews. We are your home of independent, fearless, and credible journalism. We'll be back with more details after this. Now, a group of senior high school students in Obuasi has developed a groundbreaking solar-powered dialysis machine designed to significantly reduce the cost of dialysis treatment. The invention, which taps into renewable energy, offers a more affordable and sustainable solution for patients with kidney conditions, especially in areas where electricity costs for access are major challenges. The prototype was put on display at the Sci-Tech Innovation Exhibition in Accra. My colleague Collins Frimpong interacted with one of them, Sewa Ankasa Abena Echampon, who gave this detail.
Now, what do you have here?
This is a solar-powered homemade dialysis machine.
And what is it about? I mean, how did it come about?
So please, when a person's kidney gets injured or diseased from an accident or maybe from a disease like nephritis, and the kidney can no longer perform its function like it's supposed to, which is filtering of toxic substances from the body like urea, excess salt, and then dissolved minerals, and then maybe excess water, then the nephrologist will opt for a dialysis treatment to get those waste substances out of the body. And this is the dialysis treatment. So what happens is that blood is taken from the patient. Okay, first, an arterial, a vein and then an artery are connected to form a fistula, so that to give the patient a firm grip, because a lot of pressure will be needed to take the blood from the patient and then go through the whole process. So the red tubings that you see here take the contaminated blood from the patient, and then the peristaltic pump, they work under the principle of peristalsis. So we have flexible tubes. It will contract and then relax to provide the right pressure for the fluid to flow through, and it will come to the dialyzer here. You can see this fiber-like things here. Please, can you move the camera to this, please? You can see this fiber-like things here. Inside is a fluid called a dialysate. So it has lower concentration than the contaminated blood. So the contaminants will move from the blood into the solution through diffusion. And then it works using the principle of diffusion and osmosis. So the purified blood will then run back to the patient.
What were some of the items that were used to build this dialysis machine, solar-powered dialysis machine?
Okay. So please, this thing that you see, it's a local board. This dialyzer, we bought them the tubes, we got them. And this one too, we bought them. But we looked on this one, like you see, to make this in our school. And then we have blood pressure sensors, we have electrocardiogram, and we have these buttons. So most of them were locally sourced.
Right.
Okay. We have the solar panels, that one too, we got them. So our device operates on solar power. So in case there are power outages, the system can still run.
That's impressive. Now, Eto Dankwa is a 27-year-old whose lifelong dream of becoming a caterer was tragically derailed due to a road accident. A speeding vehicle which failed brakes plowed through her path, leaving her with right hand broken and aspirations shattered. But amidst her heartbreak, Ethel is now on the path to recovery, courageously picking up the pieces of her life. My colleague Adobia Sari interacted with her.
I was a shopkeeper. So that day, then I've closed from work. It was around 7:30 p.m. in the evening. I wasn't near the road. I was somewhere standing there. So I didn't man say let me say I kept a fully break. But when it was coming towards my direction, I didn't know. So it can't ball.
All I heard was that a car's brake had failed. It knocked 2 people down before hitting me. It dragged me from where I stood to the other side of the road. I came to the realization that I was under the car with my right hand under the tire.
Medical hospital, how was the journey being like?
It wasn't easy. Pains, suffering. I cried every night because of pain. Cause my son, and I had cuts on my thigh. Yeah,
I really suffered.
Can you show us your hand?
This is the skin drops in the
Are you able to use it for something?
For now, then function well. It's not like this one, but I managed to do some things with it. Almost say,
but now my hand isn't functioning properly. I've been advised to try to use it, otherwise it wouldn't function at all.
So they makes me active.
Now, the Kumasi Metropolitan Assembly recorded a reduction in road fatalities by 37% last year, according to the 2023 Kumasi Road Safety Report. Metro Chief Executive Samuel Pine says initiatives to keep roads in the city safe are paying off. With a consistent low fatality recorded in the recent annual report, this is a good indication. There is more in this report.
Data of the Kumasi Road Safety Report 2023 were collected from 13 police stations in Kumasi, where 83 fatalities were recorded, involving 61% pedestrian knockdowns and 25% of motorcycle accidents. According to the report, the risk period were between 4 p.m. and 6 p.m. at top 5 locations of Angloga Junction, Silicon Hotel Junction on the Accra Road, Santasi Station, Otinkwanta and Sofoline Station. The high-risk corridors in the Greater Kumasi metropolis, according to the report, are the Asafo Interchange to Tech Junction, the Sunyani Corridor, the Kwai Corridor, and the Eastern Bypass. Kingsley Rekon is Road Injury Surveillance Coordinator at the Kumasi Metropolitan Assembly.
Based on the data, in 2023, there were 84 fatalities, road traffic fatalities. With them, 61% were pedestrians. In fact, in Kumasi, pedestrians are they have the highest proportion in terms of fatality, followed by motorcycles, which was 25% of the fatalities. In terms of the risk period, from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. was a high risk period for fatalities. In terms of the location, for top 5 crash locations, we have Anlaga Junction, followed by Silicon Hotel Junction on the Accra Road. We have Santasi Station. So what we actually want is that this data, we don't want the data to be in shelves. We want the road agencies to use the data.
Now, moving on, private healthcare providers are said to be choking under heavy taxes and unfavorable business environment. Chief Executive Officer of New Crystal Hospital, Dr. Wisdom Amegbloto, says such facilities are saddled with taxes impacting negatively on the cost of healthcare. According to him, tax incentives and good policies would make healthcare more affordable. Dr. Wisdom disclosed this after recommissioning the Community 8 branch of the hospital in Tema. Here's more on this report by Kwame Yanka.
The new facility will offer both general and specialist services. The 60-bed facility at Community 8 in Tema forms part of the broader vision of New Crystal Hospital to bring quality healthcare to the doorstep of Ghanaians. However, Achieving this is coming at a cost the private sector players like New Crystal Hospital cannot pay. They are saddled with taxes, including heavy import duty and non-existing incentives, despite critical role which augments government healthcare delivery. Chief Executive Officer of New Crystal Hospital, Dr. Wisdom Amegbleto, says private facilities can offer more affordable care after tax waivers.
Ideally, it would be good if, like other economies, we are giving support in terms of tax incentives or tax breaks, and then even waivers on import duties for medical equipment and tools. But unfortunately, those things are not available in our country, and we must just learn to live without them. So yes, it would be good to have those things, but whether they are there or not, we make up our mind that we still have to survive. Yeah, definitely it will have impacted the cost, because if you are not paying so much duty, the equipment cost will be lower, and so you cannot afford to charge lower fees so that you can recover the cost. But if the charges are high, unfortunately we have to pass it on to the consumer. But we at New Crystal, we have a theory of affordability. So what we do is that we try to spread it over a longer period of time to make sure that our people are not denied access to healthcare.
NDC's parliamentary hopeful for Tema Central, Ebi Bright, touched on business environment for the private sector to thrive. She says businesses are operating under unfavorable conditions and called for policy shifts.
We understand our responsibility to support you by making sure that healthcare education befits the standards that you hope to operate in your healthcare facility, and to treat you as partners, because you're off-takers of our young people that we're going to be training in healthcare. And if a government will boast tomorrow that there's been employment for more healthcare professionals, it will be because some of you have taken over that responsibility for us. So we want to thank you and promise our support for you. However, we understand that there's certain things policy-wise and in terms of our end of the development spectrum that we must take up seriously. And that is in providing the social infrastructure that will allow your business not only to thrive, but to allow you to be able to deliver what your vision entails.
Meanwhile, Dr. Wisdom Amegbleto, after welcoming Ebi Bright's call, asked politicians to walk their talk.
And then we look forward to what they have. Most of them are making promises, but we wait when they win and then they start implementing them, then we know what to do. So, but we look forward to positive engagement from the politicians, at least both of them. The NDC have promised incentives for 24-hour economy. The NPP too has promised job enhancements and all that. So we are waiting for them.
As part of the recommissioning, New Crystal Hospital unveiled busts of 3 persons who have played various roles in the journey of the facility.
10-year-old Lisa Laryea's fight against leukemia has arrived in South Africa, hoping for a life-saving bone marrow transplant. Her treatment, fully funded by the CEO of Engineers and Planners, Ibrahim Mahama, has given her family renewed hope. Emmanuel Jivonu captures the emotional moment of her departure.
It's about 5 a.m. Sunday, and little Lisa is wheeled out of the Rich Hospital. The ambulance takes Lisa to Kotoka International Airport, with her loved ones following in a convoy. The 10-year-old once lit her home with laughter, but she's now locked in the fight against leukemia. Her family sold almost everything to save her, until the CEO of Engineers and Planners and Jata Cement, Mr. Ibrahim Mahama, stepped in to cover the over $100,000 treatment costs. At the airport, her family gathers for prayers.
We thank you, and we know everything has done.
Amid hug and whispered words of encouragement, her mother struggles to hold back tears.
My girl has a chance to life again, because all hope was lost. We didn't know how we were going to be able to raise that amount to treat her and to pay for all our bills, our accommodation, everything. We are very much grateful to Mr. Ibrahim Mahama. She's excited. She's looking forward to the treatment. She wants to go back to school. So she's very happy and very optimistic.
Among those at the airport is the man who made it all possible, Mr. Ibrahim Mahama. He has personally come to see Lisa off, ensuring she had the emotional support she needed. Doctors advised that Lisa is given specialized care and safety of an air ambulance, an expense Mr. Ibrahim Mahama fully covered.
We have a boss and we have a father in Mr. Ibrahim Mahama who has that empathy towards humanity. He has given everything out. The doctors are on standby in South Africa. As soon as they arrive there, the procedure will start, and we hope and we pray by the grace of God, everything will go and Lisa will be back stronger.
As the air ambulance takes off, carrying Lisa to South Africa, the family stands watching with prayers in their hearts and tears in their eyes. For Lisa's family, this journey represents hope. Hope for recovery. Hope for laughter to return to their home. And hope that one day Lisa will achieve her dream of helping others fight cancer. Emmanuel Jiveno, JoyNews, Kotoka Airport.
On that note, we take a short break. We'll be back with more. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Now, the Ghana Police Service asks churches and religious leaders not to shield individuals who may engage in criminal activities or incite violence on Election Day. During a tour of selected churches in Accra on Sunday, the team, led by the regional commander, thanked the church for the key role it plays in ensuring peace in the country.
Accra Regional Police Commander DCOP Kwesi Ahin, during a visit to some churches, emphasized the critical role of religious organizations in promoting peace and stability during the electoral process.
We also want to use this particular platform to thank you very much for your contribution towards the peace that we are enjoying in this country. It's because of you that we are enjoying that peace. The way you've been conducting yourself, the way you've been behaving yourself, how you will be law-abiding. That is the reason why you are enjoying this peace. And we want to continue to plead with you to continue to do that for us, to support us in that regard.
The police cautioned that shielding offenders, whether through silence or active complicity, could undermine the nation's democratic principles and lead to unrest.
We want to urge you to give us information on the criminals in your community so that we can deal with them decisively, so that you can continue to enjoy the peace that you are enjoying. Even if the person has to be your brother, your sister, your colleague or whatever, please volunteer that information to us. Maybe he's doing it to other people. When he's done with them, you will be the next target. So please, let's do that. Give us that needed information.
The police assured the church it has deployed personnel and resources across the country to prevent and address potential threats.
We want to give you full assurance that police and the other sister security institutions, we are committed to providing you peace, security, law and order before, during, and after this coming general elections. So we want to assure you that we are here to give you that assurance, that whatever we do to protect you, whatever we do to guide you, whatever we do to ensure that your safety is assured, we're going to do that.
The Ghana Police Service has already engaged the Muslim community, the media, and the political parties, and plans to engage more interest groups in the coming days on ways to ensure a peaceful election.
That's all for the news. My name is Winston Taki. Have a wonderful evening. Bye-bye.